Somebody said that Brooklyn needed a little balance. I think we found it. The change niggas pitch when we found it all in the fountain. To the top we mountain. At the top we bigger than mountains. Take it, shit, we bouncing. Ain't no making no damn announcement. Said I gotta get it. Gotta have it, don't you forget it. Steady representing. It's a habit, I'll never quit it. Got a lot of carrots and snow bunnies. Never committed, watch me murder.
Alright, y'all, welcome back to another episode of Brooklyn's Balance. You guys said you needed that balance, and we are here to give that to you today. Today it is me, your host, Meekz, sitting at the table, and I got 3 guests sitting with me. To my right, my favorite light skin.
Your boy Q, chatting.
I can't deal with him. Left, go ahead.
It's Shar. What's up?
I'm D.
And today we are talking about, does your significant other please you? Mostly we talk about men who think that they be doing jobs that they just don't be doing. So the first thing that I want to kick this off with.
Feeling the pressure already.
I'm not coming for you. I'm not coming for you. But unfortunately, you about to represent the whole population. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, what's the difference between experience and experimenting? Have you guys experimented before? And would you like experienced lovers? Like, do you think that you experimenting helped you become more experienced?
That's exactly what it is.
How do you experiment as females? Go ahead, because this is you. That night that I was telling you about with that person that was there, that's why I asked you. This is where that conversation stems from 2 years ago.
With myself, masturbation. I do research.
Research? You get a pen and a pad?
I do research. Like, I really be looking shit up.
Oh, okay.
And then you experiment with other people. There's times that you get to be intimate with someone and they show you things you like, oh shit, this ain't never happened before.
Right.
You gotta try this again.
So are you always the teacher?
Me, no. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm always a learner.
Am I a teacher?
No, because I can see your face right now. So you're lazy. Is that's what you want to
No, whoa. Just because I'm not a teacher don't make me lazy.
I'm
wow.
asking. Go ahead.
Nah. I'm not the teacher, but experimenting, I feel like for me, a more recent thing for me, I feel like I'm putting my personal business out there, but fuck it.
You don't have to.
I experiment a little bit more with toys now than I ever did before. So I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Quan, I was experimenting for guys. How do you gain experience? I'm so sorry. It don't have to be you.
I mean, honestly, like, as you have different partners, it's like you may feel like you super experienced in something, and then you meet somebody new, and then they show you some other shit. You be like, oh, goddamn, hold up, wait a minute.
Like, I never thought
to do
it like
before?
That.
Yeah, like, fuck was I doing before? I didn't know you could do that.
I feel like the point that everybody missed with what I'm asking, maybe I'm saying it wrong. When is the first time that you've had your first experience? And when was the first time you experimented? Like, where did that come from?
Are we talking about just sexual experiences or, like, orgasmic experiences?
Well, of course, there's 2 different types, so whichever one you want to elaborate
everybody
on.
can have a sexual experience and still not have an orgasmic experience. You know what I mean?
Explain a sexual experience.
Sexual, out there having sex. I don't know what else is there to say. Like, you out there fucking shit.
So that's what we out there accusing men of doing. Basically.
When did men get into this?
What?
I didn't even throw a gender out there.
But that's what the whole basis of this conversation is, that there's a lot of men out there that think they know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're doing. They're giving women a lot of sexual experiences.
That's where we're going.
But I'm just asking you your definitions on, like, how did that start for you? How would you experiment? What was your first experience? Because a lot of people's first experience may not have been of the opposite sex. It may have been the same sex. Mm-hmm. That's the question I'm really posing.
Okay. Understood.
No comment for that?
I feel like I've dabbled in, like, different things. I'm not necessarily going to specify everything.
You don't have to.
But I think what's also helpful now, like, a lot of Instagram accounts that I follow now, some of them are really, like, sexually charged.
Oh, but like, what Instagram account is that? My bad. I was about
I'll put y'all on. Like, it's really good.
I'm good.
It's good. Wow. Okay.
I also think it has to do with time because someone like me who's been fucking for a while, I'm gonna just put that out, like, who's been doing sexual things for a while.
Pervert.
That
Don't shout out the friend that throws the sex party. She's supposed to come up here for my next episode.
Wow, it's crazy. How do you know my life? No.
You introduced me to her.
Me from, let's say, 10 years back, having sex is not the same me now.
I think that's
Like
for a lot
that's
of people
I would hope so. I
Those
hope you grow.
experimental phases that I thought I knew what I was doing then, and done learned and grew from that.
So I want to say, like, the first experience that I want to say everybody got. I know somebody out there gonna laugh at me for this. It's definitely TV, BET Uncut. How many of y'all was watching that when y'all was younger? When you
I saw Real Sex on HBO and it was trash.
There we go.
I had the
It was
cable
trash.
vision channel 65 Spice channel.
Why do you
so
know
Yo, I had that too.
Why do you know that?
I knew
Oh
that
my
after
God.
9 o'clock, that was what was up.
So
Y'all
those
remember
are like the
cable
first
vision.
experiences. Like I don't think you that much older, but I'm sure your pops had DVDs, the magazines that you knew wasn't supposed to be underneath the bed. Those
Nah.
wasn't your first experiences. My
Nah,
stepfather had mad of them.
My first experience for real was I was fumbling
With pillows?
through.
No, I'm saying that because that was an experience of mine when I was younger.
Nah, son.
It's like, you ain't home your pillow?
Like, little girls out here humping pillows. Because
Nah,
that's the...
that-
Yo,
Hormones.
let him
I was-
talk because you gave me so. She had the whole time. Go ahead.
Nah, pack it up, son. You gotta go. You gotta go. Like, but nah, I was looking for my Game Boy. My mom's had took my shit, but I stumbled upon a Kama Sutra book, and I was just sitting there reading that shit. And I don't remember how old I was, but I was young. I was like, oh, okay. And
So I'm a shy away from this. I feel like I got what I needed out of that. Whole phases. When do you feel? Do you ever feel like you had a whole phase?
me?
Yeah, you. I'm looking at you.
He's laughing like, had.
You still going through?
Whole faces don't go.
All right, so then. Well, Charlene, so you still going through your whole phase?
Because I'm not in a relationship, so I feel like my whole face.
So you got to be in a
going.
relationship to have. You have to not be in a relationship to have a whole phase. I'm just asking.
Well, for myself, yes. Because if I call myself being in a relationship, like, it's me and you.
Okay.
You know?
Deidre, any whole phases?
Oh, yeah, that's clip. But,
Wait,
yeah,
what's
yeah. I don't feel like I'm in a whole phase anymore. I don't
So
want to
what
call
was
it
the time
that.
frame that
But
you was
I
in
feel
it?
like, you know, when you're like a teenager, 18, 19, whatever, going into your 20s or whatever, I feel like that's the prime time to really, go out there, be a hoe. Have
I
fun,
missed that boat.
Just be safe.
I missed that boat.
Go on dates, Go
Was-
outside, enjoy yourself, You don't necessarily have to be tethered to one person right away.
dating-
I never got to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, meatball sandwiches and meatball popsicles and whatever else you would
Popsicles?
ascribe
What?
to. Look, whatever people are today, I'm not judging. All right,
Okay, copy.
it's never too late to be in your whole face. All right,
Seriously.
I don't know if you was
seriously.
supporting me or you was just giving a public service announcement.
that was just public service announcement. That was for everybody watching. That's for everybody here today. That's for everybody not here. That's for the people on the train lines in the background on the TV right there, or everybody. All right, we're not leaving nobody out.
What's the purpose of a whole phase? I feel like Deidre was saying it.
To gain the experience that
Yeah.
you was talking about earlier.
Right.
As you get different, I don't want to say go through different people, but I mean, yeah.
Well, when you date and, or even not even just dating, but when you get to know different people and you become involved with them, you learn things that you like, things that you don't like, things that you're interested in. You get to kind of like filter through it and personalize what it is that you're looking for.
Or you just get people who, bro, you be bored. Like, you need something to do.
Oh.
Right, and you just like, I want to have a good time.
Live my life. Like,
So
that's
you
the whole
feel like
phase, too.
anybody that's like between 30s and 50s, they shouldn't be
30s and
in
50s,
it.
that's
Their
a...
30s to their 50s,
I don't
they
put a
shouldn't
limit
be
on
in
the
the
whole
whole phase.
phase.
Okay, because
I don't.
Deidre was saying from like teens to like 20s. Like
Yeah,
I've never.
I'm saying like I think that's like the prime time. But I know people that are well into their 30s and beyond that who have like settled down really early, you know, like when they were young, got married right away, had kids. So now they feel like they missed out on something out there because they didn't have a whole phase. And you know, that's why I say I feel like
the Planet Fitness Club.
No, then they end up as swingers.
Oh,
a lot of people in the swinger I'm trying to say population, excuse me, are married. A lot of swingers are married.
So you think that? Wait, that's a whole different question that I was going to ask. So people who are married or in like long-term relationships,
because you say that people's whole phase usually ends when they're, as you were saying, like when they get married and they put a stop on it. But then those people usually experiment. Mm-hmm. Different things, joining swingers clubs.
I thought they was just going to spice up their relationship.
I mean, that could very well be a factor too. I know people who have open relationships like that, and they definitely do that, whether they're married or not. But I feel like a lot of people that do end up leaning towards, you know, experimenting and want to do all this shit that they could have done when they was younger, and they know their knees crack. You can't do it now. You know, like
making knees ain't working.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I feel like it is the better opportunity to do it when you're younger. However, I don't knock anybody. Whenever you decide you want to do it, it's your business. Do it.
So when you are dealing with other people, right? I'm going to pose this for them first, and then I'm going to come to you. I find that a lot of females, like a lot of men that we tend to like to deal with, or we have liked when we were younger, was older males because they were more experienced.
I can agree with that to a degree because, like, even before when I was younger, I was always like, I had an interest in older men. I still do kind of have a little bit of an interest in older men, but I've come to realize that don't mean shit. You could be younger than me and act dumb. You could be my age and act dumb. You could be older than me and act dumb. So it's like just an array of disappointment.
I can't say that I looked for older men because of the experience. It's just that I'm a bigger girl, so usually older men are attracted to just women in general. So that's who I always attracted, was an older man.
Older as in, can I get a number?
An older man.
Like AARP? Or like Life Alert?
Well, now that I'm 30 would be AARP.
Okay, I'm just asking. I was just asking.
Yeah, now that I'm 30 it'll be AARP.
But even because they're older don't mean that like the experience really counts for anything, because people be older and still not know what the hell they be doing.
In their way.
Exactly. And that is the worst. Can you imagine trying to tell somebody who just don't want to hear it? Like, oh, I don't really like that. Can we try? What's wrong with it? Because I ain't had no complaints before. I'm like,
listen here, old man
like,
River.
Yeah, everybody's different. And then that's when you like, okay, he's not doing it.
Bye-bye.
Find somebody else who is.
All right, so we in the middle with the sugar daddies. I bet you.
We're not talking about sugar daddies.
Wait.
Because those are the older niggas I was talking about. I'm not.
But you ain't say sugar daddies.
So it's only sugar daddies.
That was your preference. I was talking about me. If I'm going to go deal with somebody older, then I better be getting something out of it. I'm just making sure
it's not just
sugar daddy did not appear in the sentence. That's all I'm saying.
Look, y'all sentence is y'all sentence. My sentence was my sentence.
The sugar daddy was silent.
Anyway, so a lot of the narrative that like a lot of men say, that I realize is that sometimes their first time that they did have was with an older woman. Have you ever had any experience with anybody older than you? Not when you were younger, just in general. Like, do you find that there's a difference in...
Like, you know when you had the eyes looking in? Damn.
Yeah, I've dealt with an older woman before.
Just one?
I mean, that one, she's...
That's your favorite?
I'm not saying she's my favorite.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, I'm not picking no favorites or nothing. I'm saying, like, she's I don't know.
I need them to subscribe.
But either way...
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I got you. But, yeah, she's the oldest, or the biggest age gap that I've dealt with. And, It was fun to me. I don't know. But
it's just fun. You felt like you learned anything? You go back and be trying to teach these younger girls these tricks? Nah. I'm asking. Like, has that helped you improve?
Oh, man.
If you had to improve? I'm just...
I feel like when it comes to sexual experiences, it varies with each person. So that you have to have that conversation with that person.
And this is why we have a man at the table. You're probably the smartest person I probably spoke to. That at least you have that conversation.
Yeah,
some men just fall right in, and it's like, bro, no.
Yeah, I gotta ask you, like, yo, do you like when I do the left, up, down, or do you like the left, right, up, down, left? Do I gotta do the Hadouken or do I gotta do the Shoryuken? Like, which one you want?
Anyway, next.
Just let a nigga know. That's what I'm saying. Look,
but that's important.
I'm just saying.
That's why he shouldn't be on this side of the table.
Anyway, would anybody date a virgin? Like right now?
I'm sorry?
Would anybody date a virgin? Let's say there gotta be some.
A date is a date. Yeah.
No. No. Don't play with my words like that.
I'm not.
You said date. Would anybody be in a relationship?
She said, would you have
and
sexual
have extracurricular
intercourse?
activities with a virgin?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Deidre?
I think I would, but damn, that's like a rare commodity. Where am I find one?
They're not that
You do?
rare for sure.
I don't.
Quan?
Wow.
Quan?
I kind of made like a promise to myself I wouldn't deal with virgins no more.
How many did you deal with, if you don't mind telling?
I don't know the number, but it was enough.
You just out there fishing for them. Okay.
No, that's not how that happened.
That's why I don't like
now I just
men dealing with virgins and females dealing
like
with
that.
virgins. I feel like
I mean, you wouldn't really sometimes you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
Not necessarily that we don't know. It's just like
Aftermath of it is gonna
A
be
man-
something else.
I mean, I would say I can't speak for all men, but a man would be like, all right, cool. She took my virginity. Now I'm out to live.
I don't think no man would ever tell you that.
There's women
I'm
like
not
that
saying
too,
that.
though.
But women be, you know how women are.
In love.
They give virginity to someone. They in love.
That's a lie.
That's not every woman though. There's certain women who lose it to some dude or who like they know the person, may not know the person, whatever the case, and they're like, all right,
I'm not speaking for all.
I'm out of here. I'm off to do whatever.
I'm not speaking for all women.
Neither am
But
I. I'm just saying.
Wouldn't that be a
they
situation
exist.
for why a man wouldn't want to deal with a virgin because that's something sacred to them? Your virginity
Nah, but
is
there's
supposed
some
to
men
be
will
sacred.
also deal with that virgin because they'll look at it as this is. I know that I'm the only person that touched her because men is weird like that. They like, oh, I'm the only person that touched this person. I know that she's gonna be attached to me until she just start texting and
The
calling and doing
attachment
that
part
other
is what I was
stuff.
speaking
But
on.
still, just knowing that there's a female out there that has not been touched by everybody, that's something that I feel like they'd be attracted to. But as we move along, relationships. So, have you guys ever been in relationships and your partner did not know how to satisfy you, and you spoke about it? Did you fix it? What happened? Go ahead.
I
You
cheated.
shaking your head. You cheated. Okay. You cheated. You didn't want to each one teach one.
I'm
He said, "You know the fuck what."
I'm
I'm
If
tired
Johnny
of
has 5 apples,
Wait.
there's been a time that I've been in a relationship with someone, and at some parts, I wasn't connecting with them on an intimate level. Like he wasn't getting me off on that level.
How
or where I
important is
wanted him
that?
to.
How important is that?
For me, it's super important. If I'm having sex, I'm trying to get off. You know, like.
Wait, the question was how important is
Nah, I asked her that.
Yeah,
like, because she
at
said
that point in time,
something.
it was-
Don't worry about you.
At that
I
time,
got
that
you.
was important to me. It wasn't on an intimate level because me and him were, like, I had a connection with him. I was in love with him.
Hold
But
that.
sex was super important.
Hold that. You as a man, do you feel like you have to have a connection with everybody that you have sex with?
everybody.
Or even, okay, so the girls that you just mess with and then the girls that you were in relationships with. Nah, I'm asking.
That's a different type of connection.
And I'm
though.
asking, do you if you're in a relationship with somebody, right?
Uh-huh.
With this person, and it's not working out sexually, what happens? What are you gonna do?
Yo, I know y'all played Among Us. You got hit the emergency meeting.
Stop.
Emergency meeting. What happened?
He's sus.
Red is sus. She's sus.
Sus.
Nah, seriously though, like you gotta, like I said, you gotta have those conversations with your partner, like especially if you in a relationship with them and you want to take it or carry it long term, then you gotta have that talk with them.
All right, boom. So you had the conversation. Still nothing changed. What happens?
It depends. Well, for some people, sex is not that important. So some people will just take that and be like, all right, you know what, fuck it.
Hold that. That's what brings me to the next point. So I asked Charlene if it was important to her to get off. It is. A lot of us females that's in relationships with men, none of them don't satisfy us. None of them. Until
You said that strongly.
None of them do not satisfy us. We stick with these men because we love them. Or we in deep like
other factors.
They're not doing anything. And yes, us as females, we will stroke your ego the whole time throughout that whole 4, 5, 6, 7, 50, 11 years. Right? We're gonna tell you, yes, daddy, yes, all of that. You're not doing nothing. My problem is when you go out and you start giving it to the other city girls, and now they see the shortcomings I gotta deal with. That's the problem. And my thing is that men, they want to blame that on us and be like, well, why you ain't tell me?
But
honestly,
you should say something.
Honestly, if I sat down and I had that conversation with you, you know me. I'm probably pretty aggressive, cell block D, you know, which I call deliver us from Eva, D from the Wayne's brothers. When I sit down and have conversations, you may not take that well. Me going, yo, Quan, it's not working. It's not doing. I don't know. What do we need to do? How would you take that? Because sometimes men's egos, as much as you want, you sit down and say, tell us. I sit down and tell you, your pride is hurt.
Yeah.
And you're still going to go out there and go smash. All these other bitches ain't have a problem with it. Am I right or am I right?
I mean, I can't speak for every dude, but you're right, though. Like, a lot of people don't take that kind of... It's supposed
feedback.
to be constructive.
It's called feedback.
Yeah, I would say it's supposed to be
A lot of
constructive
people don't know how to take
criticism. A lot of
criticism.
people don't take it well.
They take it to heart. Meanwhile, it's constructive. Like,
Yeah,
supposed to
like
work on
it's
this.
exactly
That
it's
his
supposed
feelings
to be
hurt.
there to help you, but I mean,
So my last 2 questions I'm going to ask, I'm probably going to shake the table with this one. One, are you a man that likes lingerie? Like toys? Like role playing?
the lingerie it's nice to look at. I ain't
Niggas
gonna
don't
hold
like
you.
lingerie. Take this off. What are we doing?
Yeah, it'd be like, yo,
I don't. They
You
don't.
don't like lingerie?
I won't do it. For what? You don't care. What am I doing this for? For what?
yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Did you hear how he stuttered on that?
You could walk in.
Like, it don't even matter.
You could walk in the room wearing a fucking U-Haul box.
The laundry
And I'm
is
like,
not.
damn, babe, you look
Yeah, the
fine as
laundry
shit
is never
right
really
now.
for him. It's majority of the time I feel like lingerie is for yourself. Like
You put
you
that
like
shit
the
on,
way
you like,
look
damn,
at
I
that
look
shit, like,
good.
damn, bitch.
Well, then I don't need you because I'm gonna go get my batteries. Fuck, I need you.
Yeah, but see,
for.
that's something totally different.
But
Because
I
can have
just
great
don't-
sex with someone and still get my batteries. Well, shit, it's 2022. I got a charger.
Right. Shit dying on you.
All right,
Great
so
sex.
unfortunately, this question is really gonna only apply to you at this table.
Okay.
A big thing for me, with a lot of males, again, I'm sorry if I come for anybody out there. I'm not coming for anybody out there. But I know, I look at like a lot of my exes that are like having kids now, and it's like, yo, you was trash. Like, that's...
Wow.
How did that happen? So just because you get somebody pregnant, that don't mean you're doing well. Can you honestly say, you now as a father, can you say that you remember the moment of conception, that you think when it happened? Or was that one of those days you came home, you were stressed and shit just happened?
Oh, nah, I know exactly the moment that my daughter
See, you
was
do.
like,
There's probably a lot of men out there that don't know because they look at women as objects.
well, I knew because, you know, she
That was
and I-
your intention?
We no.
light skinned
that's
nigga
not-
shit. Just put that out there.
No. We had a plan, but not at that time.
Okay.
That was like for the future. But it was since we were in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She had the period tracker joint, so
I'm not doing that. You
I
better
paid,
catch me when
I
you
paid
can.
attention. I mean, even if fucking screaming. But I mean, if
Not
you
giving
in a
access to that, nah.
I mean, but even without that, if you in a relationship with a person, you around them frequently, and like y'all cycle usually comes around the same
Some
time
people
every
have-
month.
Sometimes,
So if you
some
paying
people
the-
is just.
I would say most of the time.
Not
But
everybody
it-
Myrtle, so you sometimes
it
you have to
differs.
do that.
You're right. It differs for everybody, but either way, like as a guy, like if you really paying attention to your girl, like you could notice, like, all right, this is going on, that's going on. But even still, I was like, oh shit. Like right after it happened, I was like, damn, that's probably a kid right there. And then she went to the doctor like a couple months later, and she told me. I was like, yeah, I figured.
I had a feeling.
She was like, what the fuck you mean? I was like, yeah, it's just.
So I don't deal with light skinned people. Does size matter?
No. Because you can have a big penis and still not know what the hell you're doing. So.
It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm not trying to say like, yo, I need the biggest dick ever. But I'm a big girl.
Bonus points if you do
So
have a larger.
Bonus points if you got a schlong because it's like, I know he's gonna catch something. You know what I mean? Like a little schmeat, you know you only limited to this position. So it's like, in order for me to get up, I'm limited to this position with little schmeats.
This is our friend.
Oh my god.
No, but this is what you need to know.
I don't need
You know, everybody different. Not everybody flexible. You got people come in different shapes and
Why you keep
sizes.
pointing
It's
at
like
me?
they.
Let's-
It's like they.
Sorry.
I feel attacked.
Like they
People
say,
come in
it ain't the
different
size of the
sizes.
boat; it's the motion in the ocean.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question, Quan, but I'm not asking you about men. I'm asking about size, shape of women.
Oh, me personally, I like my. Like my girls thick.
Why?
Why?
Have you dealt with skinnier girls?
I have.
Bigger girls? Was there a difference? Like, why? How did we get to that preference?
Because I'm already skinny, not bone on bone action. It's not it. I'm telling you,
Bones hurt.
it's not. It's not as all it's cracked up to be.
Why do
It's,
slim dudes like big girls or thicker
I
girls?
don't
I
know.
don't understand.
Why do big
bigger
girls
girls
like
don't
slim
like
niggas?
slim dudes? Nah, that's that.
Wait, hold on. What?
Go
I
ahead.
said, why
What you said?
Nothing. What you was going to say?
I asked you to repeat yourself. What you mean?
I don't want
Finish
nobody
your
to go.
sentence.
Uh-oh, y'all. It's about to
Alright.
get real.
So
She like thickums.
maybe about 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, right? I think I was a little bit smaller, maybe 3. Let's give it 3, a hard 3.
You're really not big at all.
I feel big. Going from like a size 4 to like a size 9, like this is big to me. I've always had the D's. There's nothing we can do about that. Like God just threw them up there. He's like, we're gonna give her 3 D's. She got them.
But see,
Boom.
but then
There's
besides,
nothing we can do about that.
you're not
But I was
big.
always, I was always told. This is a lie. I can't.
But that's still
handle
not
this.
big.
So, I'm not arguing with y'all too because I'm not gonna win. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying
Big
for
bitches,
me,
no big bitches.
for me and my comfortability.
It's a little bit out of your comfort
No,
zone.
I get it. I'm
Very
just
much so.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I do find that the type of men that are attracted to me, the things that they do say now, Isaiah gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna say it before he say it, because back in the days I used to be a chubby chaser. I loved fat dudes, like,
And I've always heard that about slim girls. They love them some husky, thick, fat, chubby. Ooh, bring that teddy bear head, like Big E
outside, come hug me.
Wave with Fat Joe, Big Pun kind of niggas. Like
no.
I've heard that.
You can't. No. You can't. I don't like sloppy. Like it. Like
But
you still
sloppy
have
is
to be kind of stocky for me. Like, ooh, I love Teddy from Black Ink. I don't care what nobody say. I see that man every time I walk on Fulton. I be hoping I be seeing that man. But like him, like that built, and you're like, okay, got you. Then I kind of was like, you know what? They a little crazy. They're a little abusive. Nobody hit me because just like no. But like I ventured into like smaller dudes. They okay, but it's like, bro, sit down. You're doing too much. Like I don't know. I don't know why they be chasing us. And I'm like, bro, I can't breathe now. Like I can't run. All these things you want to do, I can't. They too active for me. Like I don't.
That's the only
I don't-
time
like, don't get me wrong.
through.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a very active person, but I have to be in control. So I can't deal with like they look at you like trophies. Like, oh yep, another thick one. Nah, I'm good. I don't want that problem. But
That's definitely a thing. The whole trophy thing.
I don't like it. I just don't.
I know.
I don't like that at all. But like slim men, bigger men, just men. Well, you're a little different on the spectrum you know, because you used to like, I was going to make a joke, but I ain't going to do it.
I like niggas. Like, I just like niggas. You have to be attractive, funny, and clean. Like, I just like niggas.
Have you dabbled in the same sex?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not going to ask anybody else at the table because I feel like I know the answers. I think the last thing that I want to put out, since I, you know, put y'all in the hot seat talking about these, you know, this little sexcapade story. Quan, are you one of those men that you won't date a girl because she's had too many bodies?
I don't even ask that question. It's none of my fucking business. I don't care.
What about you? Y'all ask? Y'all
No,
ask me?
I don't ask that.
I asked her because I feel like I need to know.
I don't ask because
I just need to know if
I don't
you're
want to
clean.
know. Are you clean? I don't want to catch anything. And at the end of the day, when you go looking for something, you gonna find it. So I don't want to make myself upset.
I'd rather ask you than be out on the street and have to find out from some bitch.
We can have a
table.
conversation, but you don't gotta give me a number because I'm never gonna ask. As long as you ain't got me.
I mean, if I'm getting
you know,
serious, so I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask. I need to know.
Just if you
just don't
ask
put me in
I
those
just hope you
situations
really
where I look
wanna
crazy.
know.
That's all.
So what if they tell you that they don't know the number, that they didn't count? Then what?
It's a dub because you know. What was you? You know.
Oh shit, I forgot about that
When
one.
I'm sitting here going 1, 2, 3.
All right, whatever.
4,
So
You got
last
some-
thing. Last thing. So I know you mentioned it before. You did cheat when your partner did not satisfy you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel like if you were ever in that position, if you tried everything from A to Z, tried to help, you wore your lingerie, right? You lit your candles, you did everything, you role played.
Would I cheat?
Yes.
Shit, I don't know. I don't want to say no, but I feel like if I've exhausted all my resources and we ain't got this figured out, something's got to give. I'm not saying sex is the most important thing in a relationship, but it is very important. You know, intimacy is important. So if I feel like I'm not getting that, that would be a good enough reason for someone to want to explore elsewhere and get it where they're getting it from. You know what I'm saying?
Quan?
I would like to invoke my Fifth Amendment rights at this time.
And that right there is the end of this episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out.